Hi, kids. Okay, so Scream 4 from 2011, which means it's been 11 years since Scream 3 and Scream 4. Scream 3 originally intended to be the final installment of Scream, but a lot has changed in horror in those 11 years. The rise of remakes and reboots, talked about on this series. We've seen Scream kind of help that along. Kevin Williamson, big fan of Halloween, kind of helps with the reboot of Halloween. And then we get the remakes of Halloween, among other series. And then post 9/11, we get the rise of torture porn. So, some things in horror for Scream to comment on that were not there 11 years prior. Kevin Williamson returns, so kind of hasn't really returned like this since the original Scream. Wes Craven says he'll do it if Kevin does it. Kevin says he'll do it if versa. So they'll both each only take part if the other one is taking part. So we get that. Williamson is working on Vampire Diaries, so he writes between seasons of that. And then Williamson returns to previously abandoned ideas, mostly the Stab Club, which was originally planned for Scream 3, but Columbine changed that. And the original ending of this film was intended to be a sort of a cliffhanger, with you unsure if Sidney lived or not. And then the next film was supposed to pick up with Jill versus Sidney, with Sidney having suffered amnesia and not familiar with the ending of the film, revealing Jill as the killer. That would have been fun. But the ending has changed. Aaron Kruger, got the job because of his name, Aaron Kruger, who wrote Scream 3, is brought in to help rewrite the ending, give it the ending that we get. You like the ending? I like Williamson's original idea better. Oh well. One thing we do not get in this film is Red Right Hand. There is no Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. So we're introducing new blood, new characters though. We get Sidney's cousin Jill and her two friends, one of whom sort of fills the Randy role of horror fan, although we also have the Stab fan club, two members of that who are also filling the Randy role. And you've got the suspicious boyfriend. This film opens with a phone call like it's supposed to. Sort of a whiplash opening. This is, I think, the craziest opening of the franchise. Nuts. But we get a stab. We get to watch a couple stabs in the opening. An update also on the Stab franchise. This might be Scream 4, but Stab didn't stop. I just had to abandon Sidney's story. Stab 5 features time travel. We're up to Stab 7. So we have that opening, and then we don't cut after that to Sidney like we traditionally do. Instead, we cut to Jill. Now she's our protagonist, and her group of friends. After the second murder, where usually we have the boyfriend suspiciously showing up, we have everyone suspiciously showing up because everyone is a suspect. Boyfriend, though, still being suspicious, climbing through windows. We have Gail, return of Gail, planting cameras to spy on teenagers. So she's staying consistent like that. Although instead of Dewey getting stabbed, in this one, Gail gets stabbed. So that's a fun twist. So riffing on the established tropes that the series had set up itself, we're just rearranging the furniture. And then, of course, we get our two killers revealing their motives. You have the boyfriend now instead being the patsy instead of the dad. Look who's in the closet. You get Sidney to get the final kill. This time it's a headshot to the heart, not to the head. And yeah, that's about it. Do you like Scream 4? I'll be honest, my second favorite of the Scream franchise. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe.